Toot toot.
Toot toot, everybody! It's Big Howell and Possum.
Toot toot again.
It's Wednesday. It's your favorite day of the week. It's the day Big Howell and Possum come to you. I'm Big Howell. This is my partner in crime, Mr. Possum.
Ah.
How you doing tonight, Mr. Possum?
I'm on edge.
You're on edge.
A little bit on edge.
What kind of edge are you on?
I quit smoking this week, Big Al.
You quit smoking?
Yeah.
Well, it's about time.
Well, it's
Sick of smelling that crap on you.
well, I just smoke a couple of packs a day.
Yeah.
People do worse.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not killing nobody.
Right.
But I since I quit, I'm a little edgy.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Gotten a little more edgy.
Yes. And I don't like who I've become. I feel like if I snap at you tonight, I'm sorry. I'm still gonna do it, but I'm sorry.
I see. So okay. All right. You're kind of giving yourself an out for being rude tonight.
Yeah.
You're using the fact that you're getting over an addiction as an excuse to be rude to your friends. Okay.
That's what people do.
Yeah, I know that's standard operating procedure.
I'm gonna be rude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I have to tell you, for some reason my forehead is itchy tonight.
oh,
Did you know that?
well, I saw a whelp.
I have a little. Let's see. I have a little red spot here on my forehead. Put a little lotion on it. It does not appear to be a bug bite. It's just an itchy spot on my forehead, and I'm wearing a hat over it now, as you can see. So I might be just rude to you all night, just for the whole show, just because I happen to have an itchy forehead.
Nah.
So
Sorry.
that doesn't work as an excuse?
No, it don't work.
You see the way this works, folks?
That dog don't even try to hunt. That
Right.
dog don't get out of bed.
So if somebody has an itch, they're not allowed to be rude to their friends.
Not really.
But even though the itch is more persistent, the itch is probably consuming more of my brain. How would you say? So you got a steady, constant itch on your face versus the thought of grabbing a cigarette with your fingers and lighting it, and putting it up to your lips, and just taking a big, deep draw into your possum mouth.
Oh, it's like you're writing me a romance novel.
Yeah.
Fabio's just a big old cigarette.
Yeah. So what do you think's worse, the itch or not being able to light that cigarette up?
Oh, take me, cigarette Fabio, take me.
Well, folks, I got my Wednesday wet. Go ahead and there at home, go ahead and grab yourself a nice beverage to enjoy the show with. We're doing some fun stuff tonight. We got some current events we're going to talk about. We're going to be taking your calls. We've got a great guest. We've plucked a guest tonight from the service industry. And what else are we going to do? Oh, we're going to debate pet cemeteries.
Yes. We'll finally figure out if this thing's good or bad.
We are going to decide for once and for all, are pet cemeteries good or are they bad? Question people have been asking themselves for many, many years.
And we've got a toot toot from @sign, a toot toot.
Yeah, toot toot, @sign, toot 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 from Nathan. Thank y'all for joining us here in the chat. Go on and give us any questions or thoughts you have about pet cemeteries or smoking or whatever you really want to talk about. We're here for you. And here at Big Howell and Possum.
I feel like I should mention that this is the first Halloween-y show we've done.
Oh yeah.
So we might see things that are a little spooky tonight.
Mm-hmm. Folks, it's Halloween season, which is a special time here on Big Howell and Possum. A season named for me. Things get a little bit wacky, a little bit spooky. People start. You might see somebody in costume in one of these episodes or something.
It wasn't named for you.
I'm sorry. What now?
I said, not everything's about you, Big Al.
Was that a cigarette outburst? Is that what that was?
Yes.
Was that? Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what that looks like. Okay. And worse.
Because I could have seen you do that really any week, any old week.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Why don't you get out of my butthole? Get out. It's not fit for mankind.
Is it not?
No.
It's interesting to hear.
It's fit for turds, and that's it. Boy, I talk about poop every week.
Yeah, you do. You do. You love talking about your little backyard there.
A little backyard.
Your little back door.
Well, I don't have a garden. I've just got a butt.
You've just got a butt and a hole.
Yeah.
You know, like so many of us. You don't really do a lot of trimming or growing back there.
I don't trim it. Hell no. I don't grow nothing back there.
See a possum with like a trimmed butt, like a either groomed or completely shaven butt. It's probably happened. Somebody's probably had to shave a possum's butt at some point.
Had to, like on a fraternity bed or something.
Yeah.
So who has to shave a possum's butt?
I thought what I was saying was kind of dubious, and then you said a frat bet, and I realized what I was saying was obviously the case. Someone has a frat guy at some point every year has to shave a possum's butt for sure.
I hope that every year I worry that I'm going to be that possum that's just someone's prop for initiation.
Yep.
I'd be all the time hollering because I've got stuff stuck in there.
You ever been in a fraternity? You ever joined a fraternity?
I've pledged one, but I didn't get through.
You didn't get in?
I wouldn't shave my own butt, so I couldn't get in. I've got, standards.
Standards.
Yeah.
And
I like a hairy butt.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, your standard is not for your own behavior, it's for the status of your ass.
Yeah.
It's for your ass status.
Right. If they had told me to shave another possum's butt, I would have been like, yeah, toot, get the clippers.
Okay. You would do it.
Do you shave your butt, Big Hal?
Oh, of course. This day and age,
your cheeks.
You want to stay young? Guy's got to shave his butt. Come on.
Keeps you young?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm getting older. Maybe I should.
You never know when that ass is going to be out. You never know where a party's going. Got to keep it shaved.
Do you shave the butt cheeks or just the whole?
Whole thing.
Wow, you're fancier than I imagined.
Yep. That's all I do. I do a little perfect heart shape.
Heart shape?
So the legs are still hairy. Front, whatever's going on there, I don't even look at it. But the back is like a perfect heart. And it's a nicer thing to catch a glimpse at, I find.
I guess. You're weird.
I'm not. I'm normal.
It's kind of weird.
I am the normal man. You're the strange one. You're a possum wearing a scarecrow outfit.
I'm just doing my best.
I am a normal guy in his, 40s or something by now. Must be. Ooh. So, what are we? Let's talk about current events. Let's get into the news.
Let's address casual Johnable's toot here. So some people have big, elaborate backyards, and some people have a scrap of earth that only has brambles and broken glass next to the recycling bin. Boy, that's a poetic way of describing my ass.
Always such thoughtful comment from Johnable. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's very poetic. It does make sense. Big, elaborate backyards. Lots of people have those. We call them the wealthy.
You have a very elaborate backyard.
I do not.
You have a shape in it.
I have a what in it?
A heart shape.
Oh, you're talking about my keister.
Yes.
I thought we were. See, here it is. I'm too literal. I thought he was literally talking about backyards.
You ain't no poet at all. Shit.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna concede to you that quitting smoking is probably harder than having an itch on your forehead for a couple hours.
Clearly, I've beat you 3-1 on outbursts tonight.
Yep. Sometimes, @sign says sometimes the recycling bin says juicy on it. Now, I'm trying to figure out at what level we're at with this metaphor now, because we're now in the recycling bin in the backyard, and it says juicy on it.
Well, recycling bin ain't got no juice. It's got holes in the bottom. All that
Mr.
juice
Possum,
drains out.
what do you think about a girl walking around the earth in a pair of little tiny shorts that say juicy across the hind?
I kind of just wonder what she's getting at with them pants.
Do you just wonder what it means?
Yeah.
You just what's the definition of juicy here?
Is that like an advertisement? Like, ooh, there's juice in here.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like, beware, I'm too juicy for you?
Yeah, is it like a caution tape around a juicy backyard?
Juicy backyard.
Sometimes, look, MSD, our water district will probably, if your backyard gets too juicy, they'll have to put a little caution tape around it. They don't want anybody trudging around back there because it'll destroy, it'll erode all the land away, and then they just got more of a mess to deal with.
So MSD must stand for something like messy sumbitch jump.
That's exactly what it stands for.
Okay, that checks out.
You figured it out.
Yeah, finally.
You solved the mystery, the great mystery of MSD.
You know, the only time I really use the phone is when I call MSD. I say, hey, it's me again. What's MSD stand for? And they think I'm yanking them, so they call,
Well, they get that call a lot because a lot of people think it's some drug thing.
Right.
They're like, you guys are MSD, right? Is that some drug I can use?
Is that pure MSD?
To open up the doors of perception in my brain? And they're like, no, we just suck the poop out of your house.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Messy sumbitch jump.
They open the doors of shit out of your house.
Yeah, not as fun as drugs.
Although it's probably better for people overall than drugs to have all your waste be transported away. You know what I mean?
Probably, yes.
They perform the opposite function. Just think about that for a minute while I pull up the news.
Will you get into the news? My God! Sitting there waffling. I hate waffling.
Yep, I know you hate waffling. Folks, it's time to talk about the news. Like most Americans, we get our news from tedbaglessnews.net, your one source for news. We got a few headlines to talk about tonight. Let's get into these. Jewel of the Ocean.
Finally, shit.
You know what I'm going to get rid of? Hang on one second. We can get rid of that. So we don't have that anymore. All right. Jewel of the Ocean. Folks, the enormous whale teat diamond. You've heard of this thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Biggest diamond in the world. The largest jewel in the world. Begins its trek from the United States to Europe on the Queen Margaret steamship this week. This diamond will be under 24-hour surveillance in an impenetrable vault with 10 guards and top-of-the-line cutting-edge advanced monitoring technology. It would take the heist of the century to obtain this diamond in international waters and make off with it. It's not going to happen, folks. This jewel is safe. Owner of the diamond, Dr. Villian Curse, has this to say: "No one shall steal my precious diamond. It is simply impossible."
Dr. Villian Curse?
Yeah, that Villian Curse is the guy who owns the diamond.
Oh, wow.
He's a doctor of something. I don't really know. Some kind of powerful, rich scientist who's also like a duke or something. You know, he's also nobility or somehow.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that the diamond is on its way to Europe. The old whale teat. It's on its way across the ocean.
Okay.
And the Queen Margaret. This is a big deal.
I'm glad we read the news.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's
like it's
nice to know. It's nice to know about this kind of stuff. I have a fruit fly in my Wednesday wet.
What'd you do with it?
I just wiped it on my pants.
Next time, feed it to me. It's October. Let's get weird.
Yeah, let's get super weird on the show.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just put it right here in your mouth.
Oh, it's too dry.
Nope.
I wish it was juicy.
Go. So, what do you think about that, Mr. Possum? What do you think about that? What do you think about the jewel? What do you think about the whale teat diamond going over to Europe?
It's fascinating.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or do you follow diamond news? You keep up on where the various diamonds are?
Personally, I'm more of a ruby guy, but, you know.
You like rubies?
Yeah. Same difference, I guess.
Okay.
But,
What's your favorite ruby?
oh, ruby red.
Well, they're all red, aren't they?
Yeah, but you ever heard of the famous ruby red? Some say
No,
there's juice inside of it.
Some. the dampest diamond in history.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, or dampest jewel of history.
Watch yourself. Don't
Yeah.
be calling a ruby a diamond.
Yep. So that's interesting. So bon voyage, I say, to the whale teat diamond. Have a good trip to Europe. It's great over there. And Baz voyage, I say, to where to go?
It's in
This
there.
is terrible. I shouldn't be talking while I'm doing these headlines.
You shouldn't talk so much.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Sorry. I like when you talk. That was a snap.
That was a snap. And Baz voyage to Boz Skaggs and the 24 Karat Boys, his band. In unrelated news, folks, Boz Skaggs and the 24 Karat Boys have booked a concert aboard the famous vessel, the Queen Margaret, as it makes its 2-week trek across the Atlantic to Europe. Boz and the boys state they plan to employ every trick in the book to give passengers an experience they wouldn't have considered possible. So Boz Skaggs is back with the 24 Karat Boys, and they're going to be performing on the Queen Margaret, which coincidentally will be carrying the whale teat diamond, largest diamond in the world, across international waters to Europe. So it's an interesting day in news.
Don't you think that maybe Boz is up to something?
Do I think Boz Skaggs is up to... yeah, I'm pretty sure Boz Skaggs is up to something. He always is. He's a troublemaker, that guy.
That's what I'm saying. I think...
He's probably, scheming on somebody in a bar right now. Old Boz.
You think that's what he's doing, just scheming on someone?
I don't know. I don't know what he's up to.
I don't know. It kind of seems like...
International Playboy Boz Skaggs?
Writing's on the Boz wall. It looks like he's after that stinking diamond. On that boat.
Now what are you saying now? He's after the diamond.
Boy, oh boy, you're like a child in the woods. Yeah.
So the diamond and Boz are going to be on the boat at the same time, right?
No accident. He's hungry for that diamond.
You think Boz Skaggs is going to try to steal the whale teat diamond?
Yes, clearly.
Come on, man.
He's heist hungry.
Boz Skaggs has not been involved in an international jewel heist in over 12 years. I really doubt he's going to get back into that game. Come on.
I don't know.
You think Boz is falling off the wagon?
I think if you were Boz Skaggs, right, you're out of the heisting game.
Sure. Been out of it for 12 years, remember?
And then you hear about this extra sexy diamond.
Yeah, the most expensive diamond in the world.
Sexy. And there's
He's written several songs, actually, about this diamond. And about how he would steal it. That's true. That's fair.
I think that your love for Boz Skaggs has made you stupid as shit.
I mean, I love Boz Skaggs, but I just don't see him in this day and age engaging in that kind of high stakes maritime piracy.
You don't see that?
I don't see that.
Well,
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Boz Skaggs is going to steal the diamond.
Good God. Of course he is. And you hear about this Dr. Villian Curse. I mean, that's a very tempting guy to steal from. Sounds...
Yeah, I mean, he's almost begging to be stolen from.
Yes.
This guy. He's probably got a pinky ring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy, I bet he lives in a castle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he definitely does.
And he has gardeners.
It's a castle that's also a lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the time bubbling beakers.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, we probably shouldn't. But we're here to give you the news, not speculate on it, not give you our opinions on the news. So we probably shouldn't speculate too much about whether or not Boz Skaggs is going to steal the enormous, valuable whale teat diamond as he plays his concert on the Queen Mary. Though he does have the 24-karat boys back together, and they are all skilled in different parts of, the different heist maneuvers and stuff. You know,
Shit.
they are. I mean, they are known for that. You know,
My God.
got a communications guy, got a demo guy. Demo guy plays bass. Communications guy plays keyboards.
Well, you may be right. Maybe he's just there to play a heck of a show and ignore that sexy-ass diamond and
Yeah.
not use his team. Likely.
I'd just be very surprised if there was anything sinister going on in Boz Scaggs' mind in this day and age. It seems like he's settled into a much simpler life, and I think it would take something crazy to drag him back into that, to back into the heist game. We don't know anything about that yet. All right, so that was the news. Let's, how do I get rid of this thing now? Oh, here we go.
I love when you ask me technical questions. I just woke up from the garbage.
You just woke up from the garbage.
Yeah. I don't know how to work this fucking thing. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Folks, try to, once again, be sensitive to Mr. Possum's plight tonight. Oh, that's me that's making that buzz noise. That's bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Possum!
Hey, Big Al.
I heard you got a poltergeist this week.
Yeah. The house got took over by a poltergeist.
How was that?
It sucked.
Oh, yeah?
It sucked butt, yeah.
Can we just sort this out
What you
right
doing? Get your hands off of me!
You got a little drool on your chin. I just wanted to fix
gives
that
a
out
shit?
before we...
I don't like when you touch the inside of my mouth.
You got a little drool on your chin. Hey, Mr. Possum!
Hey, Big Al.
I heard you got a poltergeist this week.
Yeah, the house got took over by a poltergeist.
How was that?
Yeah, it sucked.
It sucked.
It sucked butt.
Well, that's a shame. That's weird to hear. I hear a poltergeist infestation is not generally fun.
Well, you just never know what's real or not,
Ooh. But you do get a nice variety of different kinds of, spooks and scares and stuff. So it's at least it's varied,
No, not
At least
really.
At least
Not
there's
really.
different stuff going on. No?
No.
You're saying no?
Now, here's what happened this weekend.
Yeah.
So I get woken up the other night because a tree is scratching my window.
Uh-huh.
And the wind's making that woo sound.
Oh, I'm familiar with it.
Like it's real easily impressed,
Right.
That scary wind sound.
That scary sound that means the wind is easily impressed.
Right.
Yeah.
So I go, honey, bang on the window and shut that poltergeist up.
So you pass it off to the wife.
I work hard, Hal.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. That wasn't fair. You do work hard.
So no answer from the wife. So I look over and she's got dang Farmer Smith on top of her in the bed.
Wait.
I know.
What?
And she goes, oh no, honey, the poltergeist has manifested as Farmer Smith right on top of me. Right here.
So it wasn't Farmer Smith, it was the poltergeist.
Yeah, they do stuff like that all the time.
They do stuff like that all poltergeists manifest as other dudes in your bed all the time.
This time of year? Oh yeah. You bet your little boots.
Okay. I'll buy it.
So I go downstairs and I get on the horn. That's what I call my telephone.
Right. No, people used to do that.
In my house I call it the horn.
Sure. Yeah.
So I get on the horn and I call up Preacher Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He's always helping out with this kind of stuff.
Smart. Call the preacher.
Yeah.
Got a poltergeist.
It turns out he's right nearby, and he's over in minutes. Oh my God.
Wow.
So he goes into the bedroom and closes the door, and he tells me to keep an eye out for any other strange poltergeist business going around the house.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what's going on here? I don't see too good. What? You missed a line in the goddamn joke? and you're making me to look the fool. Shit!
So wait, you're telling me, back up for a second. You're telling me he went into the room with Farmer Smith and he closed the door on you?
It wasn't Farmer Smith, Howell. It was the poltergeist. But yeah, he goes in there with him and he shuts the door, and I hear all this howling and moaning and banging around in there.
Okay.
While he fights the poltergeist.
Yeah, right. Well, he fights the poltergeist, yeah.
But then I start hearing this weird noise upstairs in the attic. Like, sounds like an old TV machine. You know, all fuzzy like that, but with a voice cutting in and out, sort of. You know.
Do you have a TV in your attic?
No, it's the poltergeist again.
Oh.
You know. So I go up there to see what's going on up there. There's some little girl trapped in a TV machine. And she's saying all this scary stuff and getting mean at me and yelling at me. And she's shooting sparks out from the TV machine, about to burn me.
Wow.
Basically just giving me all manner of guff.
Oh, giving you guff? Sorry to hear about that.
So I head back downstairs and run into the bedroom where Preacher Jones is fighting with my wife, fighting my wife away from that poltergeist. And
Preacher Jones is fighting the poltergeist for your wife.
Yeah, he's still busy.
Yeah. Now, here's what I'm curious about. What did that look like when Preacher Jones was fighting the poltergeist for your wife?
It kind of looked like a tug of war with Preacher Jones and Farmer Smith on either end of my wife in the middle.
Oh, I see. So she's sort of in the middle. They're on either end.
Yeah, just tugging back and forth.
Oh, okay.
To and fro, and they seem pretty equally matched, actually.
Okay. So right, yeah, like the battle between good and evil, the eternal battle. Yeah. It's always by a hair who's more powerful.
The eternal tug.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, I say to Preacher Jones, hey, look, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're busy, but there's a TV machine upstairs that's broadcasting some creepy little girl just shooting sparks at me. Preacher Jones, help. I beg you.
Did he help? Did Preacher Jones help you out?
No, he didn't. He said, I'm busy, Mr. Possum, but you should call Frank.
Frank?
The town mechanic.
Call the mechanic?
And my wife's like, ooh, yeah, call the mechanic. For some reason. She's weird. So I said, Preacher Jones, why would I call the mechanic for a poltergeist yelling and shooting sparks at me over a TV machine?
Why'd you call a mechanic?
And he says, because you got a problem with the automatic transmission toot-toot. The automatic. Perfection.
The automatic transmission.
Right.
The TV in the attic.
Kind of stuff that happens.
Yeah. Good one. Man, I'm sorry to hear about your wife getting attacked by a poltergeist. That's pretty tough. But I suppose you got attacked by one too. You got sparks shot at you. You got guff thrown at you.
Oh, she got it worse than me.
Yeah.
I mean, she was loud. I kind of went, oh, when the spark hit me, but she was hollering.
Yeah, just, wow.
I think it must hurt to get those things taken out of you. I don't know.
Right. So, and you say this happens a lot, where a poltergeist will just manifest as one of the various men in town that holds various jobs. Farmer Smith, the mechanic, whoever.
Yeah.
The poltergeist will just manifest as one of those. You'll just wake up and one of those and does this only happen in the Halloween season, in the scariest month of the year?
Well, no. But I can say that during the Halloween season, I can expect it to happen pretty regularly.
Yeah, okay.
The rest of the year, I never really know. It's usually when she's mad at me or something, and then I think the demon gets in. Yeah. She don't talk to you for a few days, and then, oh, God, she's possessed again.
Right. And so, you must just have, like, a pretty uncreative poltergeist. It just has, like, the one move. He's like, every time, I'm just going to throw something scary at Mr. Possum. Every time, it's just going to manifest as Farmer Smith here in his bed.
Yeah.
Just not very creative. Like, there's other stuff they could do. It could be like a gigantic bunny or something. You know, there's all kinds of weird stuff a poltergeist could do.
Gigantic bunny. That's not how exorcisms work. They get inside your wife, and you gotta get a professional to bring their friends over and wrestle that thing out. And I hope that you never have to go
I don't understand.
through this.
So Farmer Smith was Farmer Smith? What are you saying?
Well, Farmer Smith is his helper. He's deputized. They have a badge. They have, like, badges. Big
You're
Al.
confusing me with your interpretation of the story. Because I thought the poltergeist had manifested itself as Farmer Smith. I'm confused now.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said! Shit! May I leave, Inspector? Am I under arrest, or can I get the shit out of
You
here?
got a little dribble under your chin
quit
again.
touching my face!
You got a little dribble on
Damn
your
it.
chin.
Go to the break. You know what time it is.
All right, folks.
Shit!
Oh, while he's yelling at me, I'm going to respond to some things over here in the chat. So I'm going to respond to some pretty serious allegations over here in the chat. All right. Casual Johnable says usually it's the bad kind of juicy. Get back to talking about the shorts. Like a 2-week-old apple that's been sitting out in the weather all mushy and full of wasps. So that's the kind of if you see that on the back of a pair of shorts, apparently that's what it means. 2-week-old, mushy, full of wasps. @ says MSD stands for Mucho Sexy Diamond.
That's good.
That's very good.
Yeah.
The reference to the how long we talked about that that goddamn diamond. You know what I mean? And Casual Johnable says, sounds like a very large diamond. Do they need equipment to lift it? Diamond hoists. Do they have diamond hoists?
That's odd.
It's an interesting question. It's an interesting thing to ask when you hear about the biggest diamond. I think it's just in a wheelbarrow, right? I think it just travels chained to somebody in a wheelbarrow. Right?
Somebody's got a handcuff to a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, someone is handcuffed to a wheelbarrow, and the diamond is in the wheelbarrow.
And they could just grab it on out, and then you're stuck with this wheelbarrow in your arm.
No, see, that's the thing about it is it's too heavy for one person to pick up and run away with. So you just chain somebody to the wheelbarrow, and then they can't run anywhere with it in the wheelbarrow. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. My God.
All right, thank you guys for joining us in the chat. In a moment, we are going to be joined by our guest here tonight. Like I said, we have plucked a guest. We've plucked a humble guest from the service industry. This guy's a hungry boy.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have, of course, seen hungry boys in and around your neighborhoods, traveling around, taking care of all the old scraps of food and leftovers that you leave. Hungry boys are there to clean out your fridge, clean off your dinner table after you're done eating, all that kind of stuff. They're very handy in those situations. You will not have seen our guest tonight. That's why we're bringing him on. He specializes in more of a stealth, nocturnal, what is it? Nocturnal operations, sort of stealthy situations where you might not want to be disturbed by somebody. You call this guy up. His name's Midnight Snack, and we're going to show you his little Hungry Boy intro video here. You ready for this, Mr. Possum, or did you have something you wanted to say? You were kind of stammering at me there for a second.
Stammering at you.
You kind of went...
I had that fly in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
But I will say that humans do like to give themselves fancy titles. But if you I told you I'm a nocturnal operations guy while I'm going through your garbage, I still get kicked and beat away with a broom.
Right.
And I'll do it for free. This some bitch charges you, but let's bring him on.
All right. Well, I think Mr. Possum's going to have a thing or two to say to our guest tonight, but here's a little intro video. Here's a little something you should know about our guest tonight, Midnight Snack, the Hungry Boy.
Hello, I'm Midnight Snack from Christchurch, New Zealand, and I'm a hungry boy. My specialty is I wait until nightfall, creep into your house in a cover of darkness, I eat the most tempting of victuals from the icebox. One thing I really like, maybe you say you come home late from the football game, just too tired you leave an esky full of tepid beer out on the porch. Well, I'll help myself to those. Maybe you got a slice of cheesecake in there, boxed up from your anniversary dinner. Oh, I couldn't possibly finish, I'll just box it up and take it home. That's when it's midnight snacks time to shine. I also have a bit of a specialty. On top of that, I will get proper fucked up on marijuana. Come into your house and target those snacks specifically. I'll eat 12 or 13 mini bags of crisps, half a pack of Tim Tams. So if you need saving from a craving, choose me, Midnight Snack. I'm heaps grouse.
All right, we're back with Midnight, I would say snack, but you say it different.
Hello, Midnight Snack.
Listen to this guy talk. Listen to him talk. Say some
Come on
stuff.
now.
Come on, say some stuff.
Oh, very nice. I'm a visitor in your country.
Yeah.
I'm not from this hemisphere.
What? What did you say?
I'm not from this hemisphere.
What is that? What did he say? Do
You're
you get
on
what
the
he
top
said?
There. I'm on the bottom.
Are you understand a word of this?
Toilet goes the other way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's
We got Christmas in the summertime.
I heard Christmas.
Yeah.
I've heard him say Christmas so far.
Santa
folks.
Claus, he goes up the chimney instead of down.
Okay, I heard Santa,
Steals all
Santa
your
Claus.
toys.
Yeah.
now look. Excuse me. I don't like you, but doesn't like you for the wrong reasons. Now
I love you. I love it,
He
man.
might not be American.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
But don't make fun of his disability because he's not American.
Right. I just feel like
Chill.
I feel like I'm watching one of the cool aliens on Star Trek where they don't talk English, Like every once in a while an alien will show up that doesn't speak English and you don't understand them.
Oh.
And then you're like, these guys are either too smart for our main characters or they're too savage for our main characters.
Right. Like that lizard man that fights Captain Kirk.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I think it's amazing when somebody makes as little sense as this guy. But I love the way his voice sounds.
How long you been a hungry boy, you fancy some bitch?
I've been a hungry boy for about 4 years. Before that, I was a professional.
Oh, so you did it for free before?
No. Now I'm an independent contractor with the Hungry Boys. Before that, I was with the CIA. It's the Covert Ingestion Agency.
I'm starting to hear words in this. Keep going.
Covert Ingestion Agency.
Yeah, it's
That's interesting.
Yep, working for the government. Sorry, up.
Now, do you think that's cool working for the government?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Right, cool.
Resigned.
Cool. Yeah.
Found out. Got in too deep. Found out too much.
Yeah, you found out what was actually going on.
Yeah, I had to blow the whistle.
So, what were your jobs for the what was it? Culinary Ingestion Association or whatever it's called?
Covert ingestion.
Covert ingestion.
We go in on the cover of darkness, slip in, eat up secrets and things like
up
that.
secrets. Okay. How did you get?
I'm sitting in SEAL Team 6. Right?
Okay. Oh, so you were in SEAL Team 6. So you were one of the guys who killed Bin Laden.
Oh, no.
This guy killed Bin Laden.
I had nothing to do with that. But afterwards, there was a bunch of stuff in his fridge, right, in the icebox. It's all spoiling. He's seen in me.
Yeah.
You ate Bin Laden's leftovers?
I ate up all the falafel. He had a couple pints of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah. What were Bin Laden's favorite types of Ben and Jerry's?
He had Cherry Garcia.
Of course.
And ironically,
of course,
he had a Americone Dream.
What?
Yeah.
Now that's huge. That's huge to hear, actually, that Bin Laden had Americone Dream Ben and Jerry's sitting there in his freezer. You got any other fun stories about people that our government killed that you then...
Fuck this! You don't act this interested about trash I eat. I told you a day, I said I broke into Kenny Rogers' house and stole all they had is buttermilk. And you were like, go away, I'm busy. And then this guy comes in here with his little human raccoon act. He's so adorable. And you just licking him up and down like you're his...
All right, Midnight. Can you understand me? Can you hear? Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, right on. Right.
Oh, okay. So you can understand what I'm saying. So, Mr. Possum here is, I think, pretty jealous of you because you both have So you do what he does, which is sneak around and eat food.
That's right. That's right.
And take food from, take leftover food, but you get paid for it, and you get the respect of both apparently the government and the respect.
I'm very happy with me.
And you get the respect of you're considered like a working. You're not a citizen of the United States. You're from New Zealand, right? You have a green card or something.
That's right. Actually, I'm living in exile in Russia.
You live in Russia.
I blew the whistle on the CIA and the NSA. That's the National Spaghetti Administration.
So
I've crossed noodles with them before.
Yeah, they have this program called PRISM. That's the pasta-related intelligence system.
I know.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
All those noodles.
Pasta-related intelligence system maintenance.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah,
That's right. PRISM.
I'm really starting to understand him.
They're collecting data.
I think this guy's actually speaking English. So, pasta. What was it?
Pasta-related
intelligence system maintenance. Okay, so now, what would you said that was an American program or that was a Russian program?
That is an American program.
Yeah.
I was working for the NSA.
Yes.
And
who did you shut down on that job? Like who were you spying on in that job?
Well, you see that.
Did you run into the Fazoli's at all?
In your
Did you
house,
ever run into the Fazoli family?
In your house, and you got your own little bowl of noodles there.
Yes.
Right? They're all mixed up. Like, where's the ends? I don't know. In there somewhere. Wrong. The ends of those noodles all run back all the way to the top. They know. They know about your noodles.
Okay.
All noodles.
Wow. You're saying all pasta noodles go up to the very top.
That's right. Not just the dangerous ones in the Middle East. All noodles.
And the NSA is on the other.
Domestic noodles.
The NSA is on the other end of those noodles?
They're on the other end like the Lady and the Tramp.
They're Lady and the Tramp and all of us all the time.
All of our noodles.
Wow. And what happens... So what happens... So you blew the whistle on that.
That's right.
And that's why you're wearing a mask here tonight. Is that right?
That is actually why I wear the mask.
It's like that fat guy said to Batman, what gives you the right? What makes you different from me?
You're talking about Penguin.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Who was
I don't know what you just said, but it was beautiful. What was it? Say it again.
So I'm not wearing hockey pads.
There's no such thing as hockey pants.
That's
so
what he said?
tired of that.
He said there's no such thing as... That's what he said?
Hockey pants. That's what Batman said, and that's what this guy said.
Ah, okay.
Now, look, you're a guest in our void, and I don't want to be rude. I've quit smoking this week, and you've kind of triggered me because you reminded me of a raccoon, and I don't care for that.
Yeah.
But toot toot and welcome down here, and let's talk about stuff.
Toot toot.
Who was you?
Yeah, toot toot.
Now, what made you decide to steal from people and go into their house and get paid for it? Now, it seems to be funner to do it as a free agent out in the wild. Why get paid?
Well, the service I do now is actually when people feel like they might be too tempted by those high-calorie treats, they hire me to come in at night. I creep in, I just gobble it up. Mm-hmm. Bingo bongo, Bob's your uncle, I'm out.
I have to ask, you have a beautiful figure for eating the worst things in people's houses. How do you stay in good shape?
That's a really funny question to get from a possum. What?
First of all, thank you.
We're on a talk show.
Yeah, no shit. We're on The View all of a sudden. You quit smoking and now you're...
Hey! I feel like a woman.
Yeah, all right, it's great. Yeah, no, seriously, how do you keep your beautiful figure, Midnight Snack?
Actually, I have irritable bowel syndrome.
Ah, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
It just rockets through me.
Yeah.
I'm like a goose.
Do you shit in these people's houses?
Do you?
You do? I bet your employers would like to hear about that, because I went into a job interview for Hungry Boys years ago, and they said nobody poops in their house. You have an emergency, you call the mobile toilet unit, and they come out in that truck with the toilets in the back. And I said, hell with y'all, I don't want to work here. I shit where I please, anytime I want.
So, he's mad. He's mad that you get to shit inside. He's mad you get to shit inside. But I think you get to shit inside because you're such a master of these covert operations. You're like a scat burglar, if you don't mind. If you guys don't mind. He's a bit of a scat burglar. He gets to just crap wherever he wants because he's got a mask on, all right? So you can barely even tell he's here. And two, you're obviously you've worked for spying agencies, and now you're on the run from the U.S. government. Though you're appearing live on YouTube right now,
with a mask.
With a mask, and you probably can't tell half of the stuff you're saying. Although I'll be honest.
I have one question before we go into the next segment, if you don't mind.
Are we
10 to 11, Hal, this is what we do. Check my pouch for stuff at 10:50.
I was trying to sew together a thread of what's
interconnected.
What's up with this guy? We just exploded a bunch of new stuff, a bunch of new information. We thought we were just getting basically like a glorified garbage man on the show. And turns out he's a whistleblower for the U.S. government. He's got all this information about pasta and how it affects our lives and how they're surveilling us all the time.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but we have a show to do. We have a segment that goes on at 10:50 that I've not got 9 minutes to do, and it's about your goddamn birthday. You're only screwing yourself out of a gift.
You know what, I'm
this
sorry.
segment's called What's in My Pouch. In my slimy pouch, I keep different stuff. Now look, let's have fun with this.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Sorry.
Midnight Snack, have you ever watched the show before?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Okay, so you're familiar with what's in my pouch.
That's right.
Quit running my segment, some bitch.
Okay.
Now look here. I got something in my slimy pouch, and it happens to be Big Hal's birthday present because he turned some indeterminate age this week.
Probably in my 40s, for all I can tell.
He seems to be in his 40s.
I seem to be the kind of guy who's like in his 40s.
Yeah. So look, I got something here in my pouch. I'll give you gentlemen one guess each, and of course, as is customary on Pouch Chalk, the guest will give the first guess. You get one guess, Midnight Snack. What's in my pouch?
I'm going to guess wallaby.
Let me check. Ain't no wallaby in there. Thanks for playing.
Reminder that the boing sound is the sound that means that you're wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry to run your segment for you.
It means the opposite down under.
Oh, boings are good down there?
Boings are good.
Boings are pretty good here, too, actually.
I could use the break from the bad
fun
boing. I wouldn't mind living in a world where boing is good.
Yeah. Well, again, you just need to put a wah wah on there or something like that.
No.
Like a little sad trumpet or something.
No, I just like the boings.
Okay.
Big Hal, what's in my pouch? What you getting for your birthday?
I'll bet it's a titanium driver. Titanium golf driver. That's what I'm going to.
Golf club in my pouch.
I think you put a golf club in your pouch. I think you enjoyed it.
Well, let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in this pouch of mine. Let me just pull it out from here. Oh.
God, that sound every time.
What's this?
Disgusting.
It's a drawing book. It's a drawing book. Let's look at what you're going to learn how to draw. It says, draw 50 monsters, creeps, superheroes, demons, dragons, nerds.
Draw nerds?
Dirts.
Ghouls.
Giants, vampires, zombies, and other curiosa.
Another Curiosa. What, can I look at it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
going to flip to the nerd page.
I see his drawings of nerds, and they're not very good. And
Yeah.
I'd like to see it improve this year.
I would like to see. I want to see. I've tried to draw you many times, Mr. Possum. I've never succeeded, so I'm going to flip to the nerd page and I'm going to find out how.
That's tight. That's tight. I ain't even mad.
There you are. There you are, right there. There's a nerd.
Well, show the camera, I guess. It's a TV show.
Yes,
Nerd. It's a nerd right
Joe
there.
Kimmel.
Oh, all right. Now, what are you on here? You're probably closest to a creep. That'd probably be the closest thing to what you are. You're a creep.
True. I'd say probably Darth Vader, who's on the cover of that for some reason. I'm not sure which one of those he is.
Oh,
A vampire?
well, he's
giant, maybe.
He's kind of a vampire. In some ways, he's kind of a vampire. I can see him being a ghoul as well.
No, I'm a ghoul. Darth Vader's a giant. He's tall.
Darth Vader's a giant. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you very much, Mr. Possum, for my birthday present. I'm really looking forward to learning how to draw one of these. I tell you what, I'm gonna commit to doing one of these drawings a week, and I'm gonna bring it on the show, and I'm gonna show it to you.
That's
I'm gonna show it
nice.
to you on the show.
Oh.
What we got going on here in the chat? What have we missed here in the chat? We got Casual Johnable saying that's a lot of snackronyms.
That's right.
And we did get a lot of snackronyms from our unintelligible guest back here. @ said someone should leave some Nicorette gum in the trash for Mr. P.
That's me.
How do you feel about that? You consider? Are you willing to consider Nicorette gum?
No, because I don't chew gum. I eat it. I've just got this impulse, and I don't want a cigarette coming out of my butt.
Okay.
I feel like that nicotine burning in my often bloody butt would be just a bad time. But thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah.
Toot toot.
I was gonna. Well, before you said you'd swallow it all the time, I was gonna recommend nicotine lozenges. I've heard people have had a lot of success with those. Nicotine lozenges.
I bet people have had success with all sorts of stuff, Big Howell.
Yeah. He doesn't want to hear this right now. He doesn't want tips. You know that feeling when you're going through something and somebody not afflicted starts giving you tips? Ain't that the worst?
Hey, take this tip and shove it.
A lot of people are forced to smoke in their backyards. Casual Johnable. That's true. That's truer and truer in this day and age. People forced out the back door to go smoke in their backyards.
Not in my backyard.
Because of this nanny state we live in.
NIMBY.
All right.
That's what we say.
What do you say?
NIMBY.
What's that?
Not in my
NIMBY.
backyard.
NIMBY.
Ah.
That's some New Zealand thing.
That's another acronym.
NIMBY.
Not a snack related one.
Not in my backyard.
Do you smoke in the front yard?
Yeah, that's
NIMBY means you smoke in the front
down
yard.
under. We smoke in the front yard.
Oh.
So,
Huh.
what's the distinction?
Well, the front yard is where you barbecue and you smoke a cigarette, and there's an alley, and in the backyard is where you park your car. That's where the main street is. The mailman comes up.
The main street's in the backyard.
That's right.
Wow.
Down under, everything's flip flop.
Okay, so main street's in the
Wally
backyard.
golly down there.
So your address is printed on the back side of your house.
That's right.
Your mailbox is back
It's
there.
upside down.
Right. Oh, it's up. Okay. Does the chimney stick out of the top of the house, or does it stick down into the earth? Is my main question.
It goes down.
Oh, the
That's
chimney
right.
goes down into the earth. Okay, that makes
That's right.
sense.
Santa Claus
Right.
has to come up.
Yeah, Santa Claus comes up, of course.
Oh, God, how terrifying.
Yeah,
He steals our toys.
Oh, from the ground, no less. Like an old mole.
that's probably how
like a
we.
chud.
That's probably how we get our toys. And Santa
right.
Claus gets them from you all.
Y'all
We-
got that chud claw.
He's got Chud Claus.
Ooh, wait.
That's right.
Okay. So now, but okay, following this, so I've always heard that the toilets go backwards down in New Zealand. But does that mean that the pee comes up into you? Is that what that means?
That's right.
That's how it works. I always thought it just meant that the toilet water spins a different way. But you're saying actually the pee
You sit.
comes up out of the toilet and into you.
You're in class, right? You
Yeah,
raise
sure.
your hand. You say, "Teacher, I'm
You raise your hand. You don't. You don't like. You don't lower it.
Put your hand on the ground.
Put your hand on the ground.
Teacher, I'm empty of pee. Man, I go to the bathroom.
Or wait. But it's the student who's at the front of the class. So you're the teacher.
Okay.
It's gonna just push this as far as
Let the boy tell its story.
Yeah.
Let go get filled with pee.
Yeah.
So the toilet uses you in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Right.
Boy, oh boy.
What a country.
What a country. Where the toilet uses you.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's go to a break. I'm really excited about the breaks that we've got this month.
Oh, I think
little something special. Yeah, they're spooky. So, you know what? Happy Halloween season to everybody, we should also say. Thank y'all for joining us here in the chat. Go on and like this video and subscribe, and also talk to us. And we'll be opening the phones here in just 1 minute.
The horn.
We'll be opening up old Possum here's horn here in a minute, and we'll be taking your calls as well. You can talk to us. You can talk to this weirdo from below the equator.
Christchurch, New Zealand.
Christchurch, New Zealand he's from. And, all right, let's just go to a break.
Do it!
Let's just go to a break. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer to make you a little bit more mad.
Ah!
Break time! Toot toot, everybody! It's hour 2 of Big Howell and Possum. And we're going to be taking your calls. So,
Pick up the phone!
I forgot to do something on the break. I'm going to dive into the void real quick. Hold on.
Careful! I'm sorry I've been so cross with you. If he dies in the
It's only
void,
now that you realize just how much he actually means to you.
I would just be a wreck. You want to move in if he dies?
That depends. Is this place bugged?
There's a few bugs.
Alright.
We have a kind of a Bert and Ernie situation with the beds. I'll tell you about it if he dies.
You guys keep talking. I got to sort this situation out.
So we sleep in the same bed.
Right.
And we cuddle and we talk at night about our dreams. We kind of pet each other's hair. So you'd have to be into that.
Do you eat crackers in the bed?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Ritz.
do I.
Looking the phone up
Ritz.
now.
Oh,
Buttery.
It's a deal breaker.
No good?
Saltines are nothing.
Salt.
Full stop.
All right, phone is ready to go. Call us at 413-659-TOOT. We will talk about your backyard. We'll talk about your juicy bottom. We'll talk about whether or not you shave your bottom. We'll talk about pet cemeteries. We'll talk about this guy from New Zealand. We'll talk about the NSA and what they're doing with the ends of your spaghetti. We'll talk about all this stuff. Go on and just give us a dangle over here on the toot line, 413-659-TOOT.
Give a little ring-o.
I want to see that toot guy again. You know who I love? You know who I love this month, this time of year? I love that old toot guy.
Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of that.
Look at him. He's just stuck in a world of his own toots. You know what I mean?
He never runs out of ink for that creepy wall, though. You know, he's just all the time skinned.
Yeah, he's just bleeding forever. Like he doesn't run out of it. And you wouldn't run out of it because then the hell world would be too finite. Would end too quickly.
Yeah. Like, can you get me some blood?
Wait, is hell bad here?
Oh, what?
Because where I'm from...
Where you're from, hell's good.
Hell's the good one.
Hell's the good one.
Heaven.
Is that because you all like being skinned and carving out creepy phrases on walls?
Well, yeah, it's kind
being
of
scared
it's kind of a
stuff all the
Cenobite situation. Yep,
So you guys like Cenobites?
it's true.
You like center bites?
Well,
I don't like no center bites. And I'd say that on a happy day.
did you know I've been bitten by a shark 7 times?
Is that a good thing in New Zealand?
That's right.
Is that good luck?
Good luck every time you get bit by a shark.
It's just the whole place is lousy with them.
Uh-huh.
Once walking to get the mail, bitten by a shark.
On land? Was it in
Oh,
disguise?
I see what you're saying. So, you guys live under the sea, and the sharks live on the land. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Now the shark was it was a freak accident. He was rolling down a hill and he just nipped me.
He goofed and fell?
Yeah.
Shark was rolling down a hill. How's that work?
Yeah, I mean,
Who brought the shark
he
up
can't
to the top of the hill?
swim. I don't know how he got on the top of the hill. I wasn't up there. I was walking to get the mail.
Right.
He
You were in your
He
backyard.
comes rolling through my backyard.
Sure.
Just caught the end of my heel.
That's just one of the sharks that's
One
bit you.
of, one of the sharks. Actually,
What-
it was the same shark every time.
It was.
Yeah, just 7 random occurrences.
I think that
Okay.
he's kind of embarrassed of his aggressiveness and he's doing it on purpose but can't
His
admit
name was
it.
Bruce.
His name was Bruce, and the 7th time was the first time, right?
That's right.
That's how,
goes.
that's how it works.
Down in
You
New
get-
Zealand, we start at the end of the numbers and
Yes.
count our way back.
So if you get bit 7 times by a shark,
why,
the 7th time is the
Our
first time.
space program still hasn't taken off. Can't figure out how to count
Right.
down. We also have
Countdown's the fun part
the
of space
rockets
travel.
pointed at the ground.
Right.
But you're going to
gonna-
find a bunch of center bites down there.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. In New Zealand, do sharks have teeth or is it just kind of a soft cotton candy texture instead of a tooth?
Oh, same sharks,
Oh.
but
Same sharks.
they swim upside down.
Oh,
You don't see the fin
there you
coming out of the
go.
water.
Ah.
It's a
Right,
little
right. Just a little shark wiener.
shark wiener.
Little shark wieners just going along. There's an image for you right there.
Yeah.
Just that little shark. Just a little bit of
Get the
pot.
children out of the water.
Just a little bit of pot belly. Then a little
little belly
space.
button.
Then a little space, and then just that little cold shark wiener,
Ew.
just sort of flopping around as it swims towards you.
That seems like that'd be a kind of a delightful treat for a bird passing by. Nip that old wiener.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like the
Yeah.
combo of the sea.
Sharks hate it down there because they're always getting their wiener nipped at by the various birds of the air.
Why
Yeah,
they're so aggressive?
that's right. Imagine somebody biting your penis every day.
But
See how-
maybe that's what. Maybe the shark that bit me, Bruce,
Try
maybe
to
got
imagine that.
carried away by the wiener by a large bird.
Ooh.
That's how he
Wait
ended
a
up on the top of the hill.
second. That makes almost too much sense. So Bruce, just every time, has been picked up by the wing, dropped at the top of a hill, and then is rolled down into your backyard.
Does he even have a wing left?
I know, it's all blur going by. I don't know. I to be honest, just to be polite, I don't look. You know, it's like
To be polite, you don't look at the sharks.
It's like when you're in the classroom, you don't look at your mate.
Right. Wait, you
Yeah,
never
when you're
look at.
showering
You
in
never
class.
look at. Right. Sure.
In between gyms.
You have shower class down there?
Yeah, you shower in class, right? And then you learn about the maths.
You learn
in
about
gym.
maths in the shower.
That's right.
You shower in class.
It's all
You learn about maths
topsy-turvy
in
down there.
shower. This all makes sense. This all checks out. It's all
That's right.
1-to-1.
There's a wrong way to take a shower, I'm told. I've never taken one. I just kind of run through sprinklers and get in the grease trap behind McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, nothing you're doing is working. I'll say that.
I don't smell good.
No, he doesn't.
I
He
know.
really doesn't. And he doesn't get any better just because he's wet. That does not help.
But it looks like I'm taking a bath. I'm doing all this, you know.
Yeah.
I've
And there's a
been-
bit of like a grease lather going on. You do have a bit of like a little soapy lather of just like
Drool.
disgusting drool and grease, and occasionally bits of road fragment
road fragment.
Yeah.
Trashnell or shrapnel from the trash. I guess. Trashnell's not very good. I'm working on it.
It's okay, man. Take your time.
Sometimes I can't stand myself. Ooh! Get your shit together, you stupid soupy marsupial. Do nothing
Hey.
but
Go on
Come back!
and give us a call here in the here on the old toot line, 413-6592.
I would be very creeped out if this dead-ass phone came to life in the night. Don't do it. Don't call in. Don't spook me. I'm sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink.
Now, are you aware that there are a lot of marsupials where I'm from?
Are they second-class animals like they are up here?
Oh, no. Put them on the flag.
You got a possum on your flag.
No, not a possum. Kangaroo.
Oh, them. Uncle Kangaroo, yeah.
Kangaroo. It's all right. I spent some time in Liverpool.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You know, I started to pick up the accent.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I used to sound British.
Are you a big John Lennon fan?
No. I hate the guy.
Yeah. Down there, everybody hates the Beatles.
That's right. We all like the monkeys.
Well, that's fair. The Monkees are a better band, if I'm saying it's true.
Definitely better. They had better chops. Better at playing.
I like chops.
Yeah.
Well, Peter Nesmith had great chops. The big sideburns. His mother invented liquid paper.
Huh.
Anything else about Michael Nesmith?
I think he friends with Jack Nicholson.
I think that's true too. I think you've now said the three things that I know about Michael Nesmith.
Is this shit real?
Anybody got anything else to say about? Call us if you know anything about Michael Nesmith.
Anything at all.
Yeah. I wonder if he and Boz Scaggs have ever tussled.
Oh.
You think Michael Nesmith and Boz Scaggs have ever tussled?
That would sound like a trumpet fighting a pigeon, I think. The sounds of them kind of grunting like playing tennis against each other.
You think one of them would have kind of a brassy howl and one of them would be kind of like a feathery animal that's getting beat up?
Yeah. Boz Scaggs is clearly winning. He's got that fine young cannibal's voice.
Right.
You know? Got that trumpet in his throat.
Can you, will you, on your little sound sample pad there,
Yes.
give us like 4 hits that sound like Boz Scaggs and Michael Nesmith fighting each other in a high school cafeteria.
Jesus. All right.
Here we go.
Put me on the
Here we
spot.
go. Folks, you can call in anytime and end this.
Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's them fighting. Oh! Pots and pans going everywhere.
Yeah. Just knocking stuff all around. What's wrong, Midnight Snack?
The humanity.
See, you're just watching.
Looking on in awe. Did you know I've been bitten by a shark 7 times?
We did know that you've been bitten by a shark 7 times.
Once I was at the Bottle-O, getting a beer.
Oh, we're gonna make some spoken word poetry together. Tell your story and I'll put sounds on it.
Yeah. Let's do that. That sounds fun.
I'm at the Bottle-O, picking up some Fosters. As a prank, we don't like it down there. I think it's terrible. And, they got a big, they got this big spill of beer just on the floor. And,
Yeah, that's right.
It's tight.
I dropped my wallet into the spill. I reach in to get it.
Yeah.
Shark jumps out of the beer and bites me. Right on the thumb. It was Bruce.
Oh my God.
All right, we got a question. Midnight Sneak. If you went back home, would you have to change your name to Noonday Sneak?
No. That's my name. It's my Christian name from Christchurch.
Yeah.
Didn't change that. Now, there's no use in changing it. Now that the NSA is following my every move, every twist of the noodle.
So wait, there's no need to change it now that you're being on the run from one of the most powerful intelligence agencies
What's the deal
in the world.
with that? It's driving me crazy.
So when you guys watch Seinfeld down there, are the stand-up bits the bulk of the show, and like the trying to find his car in a parking garage is just the little like 20 seconds at the beginning of the show?
Actually, down there in New Zealand,
New Zealand Seinfeld.
It's called Newman, and it's just a man delivering the mail to people's backyards for about half an hour.
Okay.
Now I gotta
And
come
every
up
once
with
in a while, he gets accosted by this comedian.
I gotta guess the
So
two
the Seinfeld
contradict.
show in New Zealand is called Newman.
Is it different here?
Yeah. Well, it's called the Seinfeld show here.
So-
We call it the Seinfeld show.
Newman sounds like this, right? What is it?
Sounds more like Dr. Robotnik.
What's going on with this?
Possum's over here jamming.
I'm bored. It don't work.
If anybody's got a
Sonic the
request,
Hedgehog is running out of air.
Oh, here it is.
if anybody's got a request for a song they'd like to hear the Possum perform,
Newman.
That's how that song goes.
That's it. Oh, that's tight. I'm having a great time.
That sounds like our popular show down there, Home Destroyer. Home Wrecker.
Destroyer. Now, does that star Tim Allen down there? Home Destroyer?
Yep.
Or does it star Martin Mull?
It's Tim Allen, but for some reason in New Zealand.
No, wait, I'm thinking of the wrong guy. Martin Mull's the neighbor and something else. What's the name of the? You remember Home Improvement, right?
I'm busy.
Mr. Possum.
Yes.
You remember Home Improvement? What? Oh, Al, right? Al.
Al Borland.
Yeah,
He's all nerd.
he's the main guy on Home Destroyer, right?
No, it's still Tim Allen, but for some reason he's very liberal. Once he's in the southern hemisphere. Not sure what that's about. Maybe something to do with the magnet.
Magnets. He nailed it.
Reverses his polarity. Down there he loves Obama. He's gay married.
This is what we've come to.
I'm sure everybody's enjoying it a lot. Just random reverse facts by this weirdo back here, and then Mr. Possum making whatever weird sounds he can find on his little slapping pad. That's a pretty tight beat, though, right there.
I know.
Hey, Midnight Snack, do a song for us. Sing us a song about your life back home in New
Don't do
Zealand.
that to him. He don't enjoy that.
Yes, do it.
Name is Midnight Snack, and I'm here to creep into your home. I'll come in through the front door, not the one you use, cause we use the back door as the front door. And then I'm gonna open your icebox and get a treat. I'm gonna get something to eat. That's right.
It's tight.
Gonna get something to eat. Has there been a truer song ever composed? I asked you a question.
Jolene. That's my guess.
Folks, give us a call, 413-6592, if you would like to, Mr. Possum to turn this music up and continue doing this. Casual John says music sounds like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean? What's that mean? Like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean? Like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean? Like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean? Like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean? I gotta find the downbeat again. Like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean? Like a 90s dog in 90s New York. What's that mean?
Better than a 70s dog, right?
Best show on YouTube.
Yep.
Telling the
Incredible
to kill
stuff.
his neighbor.
Can you believe we've lost viewers this segment? Can you believe it? Can you even believe it?
What's that mean?
Folks, I'd like to remind you to like this show and subscribe, and also to tell all your friends about it.
Yeah.
Tell them there's no telling what's going to happen on this show. It could go any direction at any time.
It's your fault that the show is boring right now because y'all ain't calling in. We told you what the fucking phone number is.
We've got the phone number scrolling across the screen. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're not going to make fun of you just for calling in. Although, Possum has established himself as kind of a hostile force this evening.
I guess I've been a little edgy.
Well, just realised it might be the work of the NSA that we're not getting any calls. They might have cut us off.
Oh, yes, they do that stuff. They noodle police it.
They noodle policed us.
So what,
Snipped it. They nipped it, they snipped it. They looped it around.
So I'm curious, you're on the run from the NSA. How did you get a job at Hungry Boys, which is just like a local food destruction service?
It's the gig economy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all in a legal grey area anyway.
So you're gig economy. So you're just like you're essentially self-employed, so they don't have to give you benefits or anything. Right. And so if you're in trouble with the law, it's not really on them. They're not.
Just walk away.
They're not hiring an international.
That car was driving itself.
They're not hiring an international. What do they consider you, a terrorist or something? Is that what they consider you?
Yeah. I'm a terrorist.
You're a terrorist.
That's right. I have hijacked several planes as well.
Oh, that's too bad. That's bad to hear.
You know, I was bitten by a shark 7 times.
Never heard that. Oh, toot toot from Crystal.
Toot toot.
You ever just dance and touch yourself, Howell?
I dance and touch myself all the time. I don't do it on the show.
What show? Yeah. I like to move.
So of every beat that you've composed here tonight, this is the one that's got you most lit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It gets better.
Are you just going through demo beats now?
No, I wrote all these.
Do the William Tell overture.
Here comes the fill. Oh! It's back. There's another fill coming.
Crystal's got a question for you, Mr. Possum. She says, what really makes you dance? What really makes you dance?
What really makes me dance? A man with a pistol shooting at my foot.
Yeah, that is true.
Certain kinds of elevator music. Billy Ocean. Let's find something good.
What makes you dance, Mr. Possum? Beat number 44 in Bank 12.
Let's check 44.
of this Boss drum machine.
Let's see what 44 is.
Good old Beat 44 in Bank 12. Ooh, that's pretty tight. Got a little ride cymbal.
I'm so bored. I'm so bored, I don't know if I'm awake. Ooh, making a racket. What time is it?
Casual Johnable says, any new sponsors this week?
Boss. I mean, boss question.
Boss question.
I got a boss question for...
We don't have a new sponsor, but we do have a regular sponsor, which is, of course, Guff Alert Hot Soda.
Ooh, wait, that's a hot can.
Man, that is a hot can of hot soda.
Oh, my finger.
Folks, you don't have to heat up Guff Alert Hot Soda in the microwave one bit. You don't have to stick that can in the microwave. You just shake that can up, and you have yourself a hot can of hot Guff Alert Soda.
Hot Guff Alert Soda's got some chemicals in it that you want that are hot.
Yes, hot chemicals to get you through your day.
Your body's a sink. Clean it out with caustic chemicals.
Yep. Make sure to get rid of all the toxins and bad things in your body with a nice hot can of hot chemicals. Hot Guff Alert Soda.
Shake it and slake your thirst. Shake and slake. Hot Guff.
Hot Guff, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sponsoring our show, Guff Alert. We appreciate it.
Hey, Midnight
And
Snack.
thank you to Midnight Snack.
I got a question. You ever been caught pooping in somebody's house when you wasn't supposed to?
No. Here's what I do. I don't poop in John.
What?
I sneak it up their faucet. Put my little bum right up against the faucet, and I just
Oh.
push it up there. Also, like I said, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Doesn't even look like poop.
They're just like, it's a little brown today.
You know, I don't know, must have been some kind of an earthquake. Knocked a little bit of rust and dirt loose in the pipes.
Oh, God.
Good God.
It's terrible.
You really are just
terrible to hear.
A brown bandit.
Don't know why I do that.
Man.
No.
It's almost as if I was trying to improvise something and came up with something too gross.
It does sort of seem like that. Feels like that in the moment,
You
doesn't
surprised
it?
yourself
Yeah.
with what you actually did in the past. I get it.
Yeah. You were just kind of walking down a path, just trying to get somewhere. And when you got there, you're like, well, shit, that was gross.
YOLO.
Yeah. I get it. Oh, we got a toot-toot from Greg. Toot-toot, Greg.
Toot.
Welcome to the chat, my friend. Go on and give us any questions you got for Midnight Sneak over here, or if you'd like to get the convo going about pet cemeteries. We got a call here in a minute. I will be receiving a call here in a second from an animal handler named Paul Buffalo is going to be calling into the show. It's kind of a little surprise, but his people just reached out and said they would like to call in. Paul Buffalo. Crystal says, "What's y'all's favorite Halloween candy?" Well, that's tough. Let me think about that. Nerds are the best candy. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Apples. Pennies. I like when people give me pennies and apples and stuff. Yeah.
Sliced up apples and pennies together in a bag.
Yeah.
How would that be?
I put peanut butter.
That sounds great.
At the bottom of my trick or treat bag, and then they
I
drop
like nerds.
apples in.
I like nerds. They're great. Funny way to name a candy, but a delicious candy.
You know, you should learn how to draw a nerd properly for next week.
I should. I'll work on it.
I like Reese's Pieces.
Oh, we got a call coming in.
Hello?
This is Paul Buffalo calling us. Let's see, can you hear him? Hey, hello?
Hello?
Oh, we got him on the line. We got the phones working, folks.
Polly Buffalo.
How you doing, Paul?
Hey, how are you, Big Hal? How are you, Possum? How are you, everybody?
Great. It's great to hear from you. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for calling
problem.
in on the toot line. Hey, you having a good Wednesday?
Yeah, well, not really. As my agent reached out to you guys, and the plane that we were supposed to be on with the animals and everything like that, they broke down. So I can't come to the studio and have the animals there. But I have the animals here with me. So it's kind of, can I just introduce them and?
Oh, okay. Let me just clarify for people. This is kind of a last minute thing. His Paul Buffalo's agent reached out and asked if we would want to do an animal wrangling segment on the show. Because that's interesting. That's like a kind of a fun late night standard. But it sounds like you're not able to be here, so you're just going to do it over the phone.
Yes, that's what he said.
You're going to do an animal segment over the phone. That's what.
So my agent said that I could come on the show, right? And he forgot to say that he forgot to tell me the show was tonight, so I didn't book the ticket, and it's a whole long story. But I have the animals here.
Okay,
and I'd like
great.
to show them off.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Let's get a toot going in the chat for Paul Buffalo bringing his animals on the show. I'm excited. You excited? You guys excited to meet some animals?
I'm heaps excited.
I'm a little scared. I don't like scary animals.
Okay, Mr. Possum here is Paul. If you could, just understand we have a non-predatory animal here already. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, these are trained animals. I've worked with them for a number of years, and they're very well behaved. So you have nothing to worry about.
Okay,
I mean, you're
great.
over the phone, so you have nothing to worry about anyway.
Well, what do you got, Paul? What do you got for us?
So what I got for you right now is I have a. Have you ever heard of a brown bear?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. I
Now-
love a brown bear.
Now, brown bears live usually in the forests and mountains of North America, but they also can be found in Europe and Asia.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most popular kind of bear. And this bear that I have here, her name is Precious. She's about 2 years old.
Well, hello, Precious. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, she's loving it. I have her on speakerphone.
Uh-huh.
She's loving it.
Oh, this is great.
Oh wow!
shit.
Listen to her, God. She loves it.
Yeah.
I think
she just
Possum,
said.
I think she smells you.
I think she just said toot toot. That's our kind of our catchphrase here on the show. Toot toot, toot toot. Precious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's right, Precious.
Mr. Possum over here is a little scared, actually.
Nothing to worry about. Again, they're completely trained, and what I like to do is I like to shock them when they get out of line. So it's kind of a reinforcement.
When you say shock them, you mean like electronically?
Oh yeah, I just crank it up really high and just shock the hell out of them.
I thought you meant like a Howard Stern kind of a shock.
Like one of these.
Stop it, Midnight.
Hoo-wee.
So so you're talking about like a cattle prod, like a shocking cattle prod.
Oh yeah, this thing is high voltage. You don't want to get on the wrong end of this thing.
Now, for a bear, is that pretty? That's like a slap on the wrist for us, right? For a bear to be shocked that way, it's not like cruel to the bear, is it?
Oh, it's not cruel. They just hate the shit out of it. They can't stand it. They hate it a lot. So
Yeah.
well, hey,
I understand that.
She's got my leg in her mouth. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, and she is biting me, and so we're gonna have to give her a shock here real quick. But let's bring out. Can I bring out another animal? I have another one here.
I think maybe you should get the bear off your leg first.
Nice, they're trained.
Okay, trained. All right. Yeah, bring out another animal.
So this is a rattlesnake. His name is Diamond. He's about 1.5 years old.
Ooh.
I wish you could see him. I wish we weren't over the phone, but
It sounds
it is
really
what it
cute.
is.
A little 1.5 year old
Yeah.
rattlesnake. How grown are they at that age?
Oh wow. So he seems to be tensed up. So I don't know what's going on.
He doesn't like
speaker.
He doesn't like speakerphone. He hates being on
Yeah, I'm gonna-
speakerphone.
Some people don't
You
like
know?
it.
Yeah. People hate that.
Be
I'm gonna try
careful,
and turn it down
Buffalo.
here.
Hey, Diamond. Sorry,
Diamond,
we're on speaker.
He's so cute.
Yeah, sounds cute. I wish we could see him. God, I wish we could see him.
Yeah. So rattlesnakes they're highly venomous, right? They produce a strong hemotoxic venom, and it destroys blood cells and vessels in the body. So you don't want to get on the wrong end of this guy right here.
Sure, I'll bet.
Okay. So just real quick, he did bite my arm.
Yeah.
So
Do you need to get like
I think
a antidote or something? Or are they
did
too
not
young
like
to
that.
poison you at that age?
They did not like the plane ride, I think. We got we got on the plane, and then we had to get off the plane because I didn't have the paperwork or whatever. But very agitated.
Checks out. Makes perfect sense.
So I'm going to go ahead and give him a shock.
Okay.
Just for biting me, because that did piss me off.
Yeah. Understand that snake's giving you guff.
You're training the snake not to bite when it feels aggravated. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It's a negative reaction from me. It reinforces good behavior. So.
Now, in your experience, Paul, do snakes respond to that kind of training really well? Do they, if you shock them whenever they do something bad, can you train a snake to be like a dog?
Oh, no, you can just shock it all day long. They hate it. They hate it, too.
Okay, so it's just retribution. It's just revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Buffalo, is that snake going to get brain damage, or did you get crispy first? I mean, can you shock an animal too much?
So what actually happens is it's a technique that I like to use where you throw the snake against the ground and you hold it there with the cattle prod and you just shock the hell out of it, and he just writhes and spins around, and he hates that goddamn thing. But
yeah. Probably gets a little mad every time you pull the shocker out, right?
Arm hurts really bad, so I'm going to try and get through this and see if I can.
Okay.
Get some medicine here for the arm.
I
am losing feeling in the arm.
Bite.
So, all right, so I have a cheetah next.
Oh, cool, a cheetah. Wow.
His name is Mr. Bumbles, and he's from Toledo, Ohio. Now, what a lot of people don't know about cheetahs is they can be domesticated.
Yeah. Born in Toledo, Ohio, or just raised in Toledo, Ohio? What does that mean? Went to college in Toledo, Ohio? What does that mean?
Yeah, I think he was up there for like a show. I don't know what he was doing, but we got him.
So you just caught him in Toledo, Ohio. Is that right?
Shocking the hell out of him. and I gotta tell you, Hal and Possum here. Cheetahs do not like to be shocked. They hate it so much.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the expert.
Yeah. So it sounds like one of the. It sounds like you're.
Ooh.
Sounds like a predator.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Good boy.
What the hell is that?
Do you say good boy after you shock him each time? Is that part of the?
Well, I didn't shock him yet. He's being really good. He's actually one of the more well-behaved animals that we have at the. All right. Let go. Go ahead and let go of that.
Your
okay, so he does have my hand in his arm, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shot here real quick.
Okay, if that's what you're the expert, if that's what you think's the right thing to do to that cheetah, go ahead and take care of that for us, if you would.
So you gotta invest in like electric gloves. As much as you use this prod, I feel like you should have some cool like feature gloves.
Some shocking gloves that you could grab hold of one of these animals with as they attack you because you shock them all the time.
Yeah.
So you seem
That's
like
a good idea.
Now you're primarily an expert in. Would you say that your subfield beyond being an entomologist or zoologist or whatever? Would you say your subfield is like knowing how much they hate to be shocked? Is that like the main thing you're known for?
Oh, I don't. I think there's a miscommunication. I didn't go to school or anything.
You didn't go to school for animals at all?
I just love animals. Yeah.
You love animals?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you just find them and you shock them.
Yeah, keep them in a cages behind my house. It's the whole thing, but yeah, I love animals. Their eyes light up every time you shock them, and it's the cutest thing. But.
I got a question for you, Buffalo. If you were here with me now, would you shock me with your prod?
Would you shock Mr. Possum? Would you shock him?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't. Both of my arms are now completely numb, so I'm not going to be doing much shocking at all.
Oh,
to be honest with you, so.
Okay. Well, do you need us to call you like an ambulance or something, or do you have somebody there? Do you have your producer, your agent there to maybe suck some of that venom out of your arm?
Yeah, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and walk out of the house here,
Okay.
I'm gonna try and flag down a car and see if I can't get to the hospital. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for having me on.
Oh, thank you for being on. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you from the animals. They can't. They're all. I mean, they're down, so they're not going anywhere. But they say thank you.
Well, man, best of luck. Best of luck to you flagging a car. How often would you say a car passes by your house?
Yeah, it is not often. I live out in the country. I'm feeling sick now and lightheaded.
Okay, well, you better get out there and try to flag down a car. You should probably head out there now.
Daylight's wasting.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling in, Paul. This is a pleasure having a little animal segment on our show. We learned a lot about beasts of the forest and other things. If you could just go ahead and get yourself to a car. Flag one down, all right? We'll talk to you soon, Paul.
I'm going to throw up. Thank you.
Yeah, take care, champ.
We love you. All right. Well, that was great. That was a nice little call from Paul Buffalo, our resident animal expert.
Yeah.
I hope he survives to do another segment on our show sometime.
He seems like the tough sort.
Yeah.
The buffalo.
Tough love. You know, sometimes it's better to have somebody in your life who lets you know where you stand. You know, shocks you every time you piss them off.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we're going to go to another break, and when we get back, we are going to talk about pet cemeteries.
That's true.
Are they good or are they bad? Let us know how you feel. Like and subscribe. Tune in every week from 10 to 12. And tonight, we stick around for the next segment because we are going to decide once and for all, by the power of rigorous discourse, whether pet cemeteries are a good thing or a bad thing. Midnight Snake's sticking around.
That's right.
It's break number 2. Let's debate! Tonight we debate pet cemeteries. Good or bad?
Yes, indeed.
Good or bad? Mr. Possum, I think you like to get your little stopwatch out.
I believe you'll be going first tonight.
Oh yeah, we flipped a coin. I will be going first. I'll be going first?
Yeah.
Wow, it's tough. Pressure's on.
Well, do you want me to go first, Big Al?
Toot toot to Michael, who just popped in the chat.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. Happy Wednesday. Hope you got yourself a nice beverage. We're gonna start this debate right here.
I'll go first. You know,
I'm okay with going first.
It's your birthday.
It is my birthday. All right.
All right, here I go.
Mr. Possum begins the debate.
And now, my 2 minutes has begun. Thank you, friends and colleagues and scoundrels. I like to talk tonight about what happens when a feller goes into a pet cemetery. A loved one dies, perhaps a cat or a dog, or a beloved toddler, and you bury him in the ground, and whammo zammo, the next day they crawl out of that grave and they just move back into your house. No problem, right? Wrong. Lots of problems. They ain't right. They come back, they're irritable, they're mean, they're sometimes murderous. You don't want that guy walking around your house. Timmy Baderman walking around pulling his face off, setting his daddy's house on fire.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that. Timmy Baderman was a kind soul until he went into that there pet cemetery. I think that sometimes, and maybe this is just me, that sometimes dead is better. You know, it's that daggone road, Hal.
Deader is better.
Yeah. I'm reclaiming my
You could have
time.
said it that way.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Deader is better.
Big Hal likes to talk shit while I argue like, no! I tell you what, if I die, I hope you aren't planning on putting me in that pet cemetery.
You die all the time.
Yeah.
You die like every day.
Yeah.
Possums die like it's like second nature. They die like they're taking a whiz.
Well, if you put me in that ground, I'm going to bite your ankles until your feet fall off. Now, that's the end of my argument.
Interesting. Okay, well, all right. Go ahead and start that little timer for me, and I'm going to talk a little bit. Folks, I'm in the...
It begins. It's on.
I'm in the unlikely underdog position tonight of having to defend pet cemeteries, but I'm going to do so gladly. Because, let me say from experience...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
Let me say, pet cemeteries... Don't you touch that thing. It's gonna do another boing.
Go ahead.
If I were to get my impression overall of hitchhikers from movies, I would decide that they were all murderous psychopaths. If I were to get my opinion on, I don't know, off-season hotel groundskeepers, I would decide that they were all crazy psychopaths. If I were to get my impression of, let me think. If I were to get my impression of sharks from movies, I would decide that they were all bloodthirsty, enormous, man-eating beasts. But I don't live in movies. I live in the real world. And in the real world, sharks are not that dangerous. Hitchhikers are usually fine. And off-season hotel groundskeepers are some of the most pleasant people I've met in my entire life. And people who are buried in pet cemeteries, as well as pets who are buried in pet cemeteries, that come back to life, are usually fine. Now, anecdotally, you could say there are these notorious exceptions that Mr. Possum brought up. And sometimes that does happen. But you know what? Sometimes that happens to everybody. Sometimes you don't need to be buried in a pet cemetery to come out as a murderer and a house burner and all that stuff. You don't need to.
Time's up.
I cede the rest of my time.
All right. I can't get this daggone phone to stop. Okay, now look. Here's my rebuttal.
Yep.
Here it goes. How will have you believe that it's no big deal for a man to crawl out of his grave and set his house on fire and, slit the ankle bone of some old man, and I do believe that's a big deal. And I'm just an old country possum, But I think that all hitchhikers are dirty drifters, and I've never had one good experience with them. They always treat me poorly. But that's another argument. I'd like to say with my time this time is that sometimes you gotta ask yourself, who are you to play Jeeves? If your dog dies, they had their time, big deal, boo-hoo, bury them, move on with your life. That's it. It's a cute dog, had a great time, had a good old time snuggling in the bed, eating that kibble, doing tricks. He's dead now. Who gives a shit? Let him rot. Big deal.
He's dead now. Who gives a shit? Really?
Well,
really?
He had his time. He had a great time. Better than most.
You gonna say that to little Timmy? You gonna say that to little Timmy? He's dead now. Who gives a shit about his little dog? When you could just take him to the neighborhood pet cemetery, bury that dog, give Timmy a whole new life with that dog.
Excuse me, it's not time for arguing yet. I still have to fart. Now look here. You go up to that pet cemetery, you tell me, Big Al, you bury that wife of yours in there when she's dead. And you see how much you like living with that graveyard guff when she comes out.
He hates my wife. It's weird.
I just don't think you'd like it. Thank you.
Graveyard guff. I find this entire line of reasoning from Mr. Possum highly hypocritical. Highly hypocritical.
What'd you call me?
For him to say that when someone's dead, they should just be tucked away, buried for all time.
That's right.
Coming from this guy who has died literally every day I've known him, and then come back, is very, very hypocritical to me.
That's my thing. Hey, Big Hal, it's my
So
thing.
you're just jealous of a dog that gets to come back. Is that what's happening here? Is that your opinion on pet cemeteries? Is that you're mad that other animals get to come back and that's your thing?
Is it jealousy just to be heaped with just a heavenly life on earth and then just be like, oh no, you don't rot. Come back out, just do it again. They get treated better than most on this tag on earth.
Okay, so once again, this all comes down to Possum's hostility and sensitivity towards the way dogs are treated as opposed to him. But I don't think that's fair to pet cemeteries. Because your problem with pet cemeteries, if we're being real here, can I be real for a second?
Yeah, just for a second, though.
I'm going to be real for a second. Your problem with pet cemeteries is that you don't think anyone would bury you in one.
I know they wouldn't.
That's your problem with pet cemeteries, is that nobody... Mr. Possum.
It's true.
I want you to know right now, I would bury you in a pet cemetery.
Don't.
I would bury you in a pet cemetery if by the time I got to the hole in the pet cemetery, you hadn't already woken up and gone, I wasn't really dead. But so far, every time, that's what's happened.
Well, that's awful sweet of you to let me live a cursed murderer's life.
But anyway, that's my point overall, is that they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. If anybody you know dies and there's a pet cemetery in your town, just go bury him over there. And you know what? You'll get 5, 10, 15 days more with them where you guys can kind of hash things out. You can talk them out of whatever kind of dramatic scenarios they get themselves involved in once they come back. There's a certain recklessness to the people who come back from pet cemeteries. That is true.
Heck yeah,
but they're not all evil. They're not all evil. And I think that's just anecdotal. I think that's slanderous towards people who've been brought back by their loved ones. You're not all going to be Clancy Brown.
Hey, you know what? I hired a pet cemetery guy once. A guy that had crawled out of a grave, and he came over to fix my porch, and he charged me double the price that it was supposed to cost.
Well, yeah. Well, but that seems sort of fair. I mean, that's the going rate for someone who's been brought back to life.
Double. They get paid more money?
Yeah, you get paid more money after you've been brought back to life in a pet cemetery.
What's a dead
That's
guy
true.
want with extra money?
Well, there's a lot of costs involved in it.
Like extra cologne?
Well, because your body,
Stinking-ass
yeah,
dead
because you
body?
stink, and you're pretty much anytime anything goes wrong with your body, it's just, it just stays that way.
Pet cemetery people are a drain our society.
Okay.
I said it.
That's where we are. That's where we are with it.
I mean, to be true, jealousy factors in, but really, I'm just trying to keep this society in one piece.
Okay.
You know?
So your problem with pet cemetery people is that they took our jobs. Is that what it is?
Yes.
That thing that they took our jobs.
Yes, they come in. The pet cemetery doesn't send their best.
Right.
Come in. A lot of them are killers.
Wow. Okay. All right. We got to stop this. We got to stop this line of thought. And the way we're going to do that is by going to the polls. Let's go to the polls, folks.
Midnight Snack is going to be the end of judge of this. I can't wait to see what he thinks about the Mill Pet Cemetery.
Let's go to the polls. All right. So on Twitter, we had 14 votes. Thank you all very much.
Coming out in droves.
More than half of those votes didn't watch the show, but thank you. We got Pet Semetaries, good 86%, bad 14%. Wow. Everybody likes Pet Semetaries, apparently.
Everybody wants to be murdered by their toddler.
Everybody except for you.
Damn.
Now on, let's go over here to Facebook. Now, those of you who are still on Facebook, despite it being the most corrupt thing in modern times, you had the opportunity to vote on Pet Semetaries, good or bad. And that one turned out to be, just 75% good and 25% bad. Wow, everybody, you know what? I'm surprised that didn't go the other way. I'm surprised the poll didn't go the other way.
I think it's fishy that the audience always votes with you every single week. What's up with that?
I think it just means I have my finger on the pulse of the modern generation.
Well, quit touching this generation.
Of the modern social media generation. I have my finger right there on the pulse of it. I'm the kind of the voice. I would say I'm the voice.
Keep your finger off of my pulse. Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Bing bong. Bing bing bong. Ooh, wee.
Woo! When I did that with my finger, I unlocked some kind of sneezing mechanism in my body.
Pressure point.
Saved the pollen.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo, boy! Dude, that was fun.
Well, we got 5 minutes left.
I sneezed sneezed 3 times. It was the most fun I've had in 3 weeks.
Did you come? Ain't nobody watching this. It's 11:55.
Excuse you. Yeah, I did.
Did you complete?
I did. I culminated. By the way, cum is spelled C-U-L-M because it's short for culminate.
Have you culminated?
That's just one of my beliefs.
Have you had your physical drama?
Thank you to everybody who joined us in the chat. Thank you to Midnight Snack here. You got anything else to say or any weird, absurd thing to say? Do you want to mention a couple more times that you got bit by a shark?
He's got to mediate this tag debate.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right. He's got to decide. That's right. I forgot about that. Our guest decides who wins the debate for some weird,
Every
cryptic
week
reason.
he forgets he's a populist.
This is our electoral college here.
The word cemetery comes from Latin for cement.
Toot toot to Aldfock, who just joined us in the chat.
Toot, toot.
Drew Harris, toot toot. Tom Pepper, toot toot. Something happened. Something happened.
There is a judge speaking.
I'm going to not acknowledge all these toot toots in the chat. You want me to just not say toot?
Oh. I'll gavel you good.
Malamars, toot toot to you. You guys all join us next week here on Big Howell and Possum. We're about finished up here.
Excuse me, Judge needs to speak about Pet Semetaries.
Mr. Possum has something he would like to say now.
No! Shit! God dang, Hal. No,
toot toot again to Michael.
You kids and shit, these people are these came to the party late. Quit talking to them. Now, toot toot, thanks for coming. Now, look here. Please, you were saying something about the Latin.
All right, this guy with the Liverpool accent behind me with a mask on.
Now, the word cemetery
New Zealand, Hal.
comes from the Latin for cement and elementary. And I think it is important that we do not cement children into elementary school children into the cemetery.
I like how many of these words have challenged your accent.
He has his troubles like anyone else.
Like anyone else in this
New
life.
Zealand is a rough place.
It's a rough place.
It's hard to keep your accent.
Plus, you've got limited ground there, so you probably have limited place for your cemeteries.
That's right. So I would say...
Where are you going with this?
I'm not really sure what either one of you are really arguing about, whether it was to put a boy in the cemetery or a pit in the pit cemetery. But I would say, if there is any reason, it would be to not put a boy. Right? Are we in agreement here? Am I mediating?
You're supposed to be either
ruling.
swayed one way or the other.
All right.
Let me back up a little bit because you seem confused about what just happened. Mr. Possum explained why pet cemeteries are bad. I explained why they're fine. And you're supposed to decide right now whether you think they're bad or fine. Well, a bunch of people toot us in the messages, and we want to say once again, it's Wednesday night. Baby, toot toot.
Pet cemeteries, A-okay.
Oh, you like them?
Why not?
Okay. All right, so there we go.
Pets,
All
not
right.
for people.
I'm gonna drop off every murderous cat to your stupid upside-down mailbox down there in New Zealand. See how you get along with them. Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Toot.
All right. Well, want to say hello and toot toot and a rang dong to everybody who just joined us here in the chat.
Rang
It's
dong.
nice of you all to pop in. Unfortunately, our show ends at midnight, so we're done here in a minute. And Mr. Possum here just quit smoking, and he's gonna just give me all kinds of guff if I try to keep talking here. I think we gotta wrap this thing up. Or how would you say that? We gotta rip this thing.
Rip this
We gotta
up.
rip this thing.
Rip.
Rip.
The
So
thing
this
about
is
New
the-
Zealand is you just say all your vowels wrong.
Right.
Wrong.
Each one of them is wrong. Each one of them is the wrong one.
Right. So like if you got bad news, you say, I know.
Okay.
Little rang dong to DC in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, join us every Wednesday night here at BigHowlandPossum.youtube.com for, the most fun you can have in a week, I think, right?
Also, let me just put in October 26th. I hope you're making your plans to come out and hang with us, because we're putting on a Halloween special. It's going to
Yep.
be spooky. I know, man. People coming in with them daggone costumes. I mean, how's going to be judging them? We're right to judge your costume. It'll be fun.
October 26th, Zanzibar here in Louisville, Kentucky. We are doing a live Big Howland Possum presentation with musical guest Tyler Lance Walker Gill. We're going to have some other guests. We're going to have some surprises. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be pretty freaking scary. It's our Halloween special. And you know what? Have a great Halloween season. It's Wednesday night. It's midnight. It's time to end Big Howland Possum once again for another week. But we are here live taking your calls every Wednesday night from 10 to 12, 413-6592. Go on and give him a holler, Mr. Midnight Snake.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. Mr. Possum, say goodbye to everybody.
I was going to.
Oh, all right, sorry.
Goodbye, everyone. It's been
Cheers.
good seeing you, and thanks for coming by. Toot toot. Ring down.
We love y'all. What was the song we were singing earlier?
Who knows?
Something about, oh, it's over. Okay, all right. Love y'all. Toot toot. Bye-bye.